Welcome back to another video. As you can notice, this is a bit of a change of scenery for us. Normally we started down in the perimeter and we end the videos down in the perimeter. I thought we'd switch it up today. So I'm here for coal. So I need a lot of glass bottles for my honey farm, which I'm going to be building down the perimeter. And to get glass, we need to smelt a lot of sand. And I did some calculations. I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate, but I think I need around 17 shulkers of glass. I have all the sand. I've managed to collect all that a couple of days ago, but now we need to smelt it. And I started to kind of do that in my current smelter that I have. I think it's running, it's running, I think 8 furnaces or something like that. It's not very big, but it was doing a decent enough job, but it was not making much of a dent in the 17 shulkers that we need to smelt. So we need a super smelter. And I have a couple of designs that I'm looking at. I think Il Mango's design is looking very promising. And so, yeah, I think I'm gonna just make a few of those. He has one, I think each module is 22 furnaces, so maybe we'll make 2 or 3 of those. But I'm here to collect a bit of coal. So we're gonna need a lot of fuel. Right now I have my dog working while I'm talking about this, and while I was watching some videos and tutorials on some super smelters. But I'm gonna lower him down so he doesn't get hurt, and I'm just gonna start swinging, and I'll swing for probably a few hours, and then we'll see how much coal we get. So a few hours later, we got quite a few coal, 9.5 stacks of coal blocks. And I think that's all the coal we would need to get started with the super smelter. I'm not going to use coal blocks, actually. I'm just going to use regular coal. But before we get started with building it, I'll show you guys it off in the creative world. But before I do that, we're going to meet up with Brady in a bit, and we're going to make a really cool blaze farm. I think we have a double one nearby, and it might be a good one. So we'll see how that goes. And we're done. Well, sort of. So for now, these spawners, we spent, I don't know, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour looking for different spawners, because these are barely close enough together to work at the same time. And as you can see, they pretty much only work when you're standing here. As you can see, they're spinning up right now, and they're spinning up there. We can go up higher and we'll be closer, and then they'll work even better. But then the blazes won't be going down. That's an issue we ran into when we first built this. So if we're standing up here, the blazes, as you can see, they're kind of, well, actually right now they're going down, which is a little odd. But we do have another issue, that there's something else that's wrong, and when a bunch of blazes pile up over there, they all get stuck. So as you can see, we have these 2 streams bring the blazes in, kind of connecting in together here, and over here on the far end, that's where they kind of get stuck. As you can see, the lava is flowing that way, but a lot of them don't get stuck, and they do come up here, and we have been able to get quite a few, and we haven't even really been killing them that much. So it's working. It's technically working right now, but we do want to fix it up for sure. We want to make it better, and we're gonna do that by lowering this killing platform here. We're gonna bring it all the way down to where this glass block is. So right now we're standing up here. So we're gonna bring it around like 5 or 6 blocks down, and that will kind of help with the blazes spawning and going straight down right away. But we won't do that today. We might do it another episode. I don't know if we'll do it. Maybe Brady will do it. Maybe we'll do it. I'll work on it together again. But I did have a lot of fun working with him on this. So awesome. And for those of you asking for Brady, there you go. It was a great little collaboration we did there. But this is what I'm talking about. They kind of just hover at your eye level, and they don't really go down. And that gas is really giving me anxiety, because if he throws a fireball, it will break the glass, which is not great. Alright, so I wasn't planning on it, but we did fix a couple of things. We kind of made the ceiling a little taller just because they kept getting stuck on the lip there just because of how high we are. So now we're hoping, I know they're not in the lava anymore. I'm hoping that us eventually, when more and more build up, they'll just push each other along, or they'll like get lazy and float down a little and see just like that guy and get swooped up and carried on over. We fixed those corner sources that were kind of making them get stuck in this corner, so now they're moving along fine, and we fixed this thing up here. So now let's continue on with our adventure today. So what we have up next today is a simple ice farm. And as you know, we have a lot of ice or water streams carrying items all around in that perimeter from all the farms to the storage area. So we're kind of running low on ice, and I prefer ice over water buckets because it's just it's stackable. It's like stackable water basically. Oh, and I fell there. We're gonna go do an ice farm just so we have an easy way of getting it. And for the farm, it's very, very simple. We're gonna need a 37 by 37 square area, and then you'll see. I guess you'll just see in the time lapse. So enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards. And we're all done. That was pretty easy. It's a pretty simple ice farm, just 4 little modules, and we just wait for the water to freeze over, and then we can mine it out, and then we'll have quite a bit of ice. And we repeat and repeat and repeat until we have as much as we need. So I'll do that for a little bit, and then we'll continue on working with something else. Alright, I AFK'd here for a few minutes, and it looks like it's almost done freezing over. I just want to show you guys this, how it looks. I did already count this, but I'll show you guys. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 stacks of ice just from what, like 30 minutes of work and then 20 minutes of AFK? That was the easiest 16 stacks of anything I've ever made. Alright, now that that farm is done, let's move on to something else. And off camera, I worked on this layout a little bit. So as you can see, or maybe if you can or can't tell, there is, oh, not on my face. There is a new layout, a new spot for something. We're going to be putting a super smelter there. It's going to have 46 furnaces. And I have a design all planned out already. It's a Il Mango design. He's a very smart man. He makes some really cool farms. He's part of Minecraft, and they're a wonderful group of people that just come up with the most useful machines ever. And this is one of them. And we're here in our testing world. So this is the monstrosity that we're going to be building. As you can see, there's, or I guess you can't see, but I got to take my word on it. There's 26 on each side, so 23 on each side, so 46 in total. There's a couple of redstone circuits going on for each system. Each furnace has a hopper coming out of it, and then 2 hoppers coming in, one from the top, one from the side. The side ones, these ones are just going to be for fuel, and then the top ones, so those ones right there, are going to be for what we're burning. And these lines, this line above the lines going into the hopper from the top, this one is going to carry all the way down. And then this line of redstone keeps those hoppers locked. So they're not going to be picking up what's coming through these ones until this one has one. So when this one has an item, this comparator sees that it has an item, sends a signal through here, that sends it through this block, and then this repeater sends repeater on down. And this will unpower unlock these hoppers, and they will suck it all down and then put it into the furnace. And then we do put all our fuel, all our intake into this top one, all our fuel into this middle one, and then the product comes out here. So down here we have a very similar situation going on as we have for the top one. So we have this one carrying the fuel, so the fuel will come down the line, and again these hoppers are all powered off with this circuit at the bottom here, and then until there's again one in here, and then this comparator sends a signal through here that depowers this redstone torch, and this powers this redstone torch, and then these all hoppers get locked. So then once these are all locked, these are unlocked. The coal or whatever we're going to be putting in there as fuel, which is coal, and put it into here. So you can make one of these, and it's a little bit simpler. If you just make a single one, you don't have to use this dropper right here. You can have this line going right in, and you can have just one double chest taking it in, and it will all work fine. But since this is a double one, we need to go through the dropper, because if we put just a hopper going into there, it won't work, because this hopper will just suck it out of that hopper way too quickly. It will just mess up some of the timings, and this system is timed to the tick. It's super intricate, and I hope that explanation made sense. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. So I think this will be enough for me. And yeah, let's go build that in the other world. And it's basically done, I think. I just think before I start using it, I'm gonna do some checks to make sure I didn't mess up any repeater timers or miss any redstone components. And that looks good to me. So I guess let's go get our coal and test putting the coal in first, and we'll see if all of that goes through okay. Oh, yep, we messed something up. Those ones are all good on that side, but on this, oh, yep, that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. Got a redstone dust there. See, this is why we check things. So let's pick all of those out again. Let's throw 4 in again. Yep, there we go. It's all looking good now. Perfect. All right, I can safely say all the coal is working fine. So we can throw in all the coal in there, and we'll test it with a bit of glass. And I think it should be done now. Oh, never mind. We have a lot of that going on, but these are independent circuits, so let's just do that. And then let's go down here quickly and see if they all light up at the same time. Fingers crossed. If they do, that means it's working perfectly. And they did. Yes, this is great news. Awesome. And it looks like it's working smoothly, so let's throw all of this back in there. It's a lot smaller than I thought, but you know what? It does the job, and it smelts really, really quickly. And now that I've decided that we're just gonna go with one module like this, so we'll call this one module. And by the way, yeah, this is the final or rough idea of what it's gonna look like. This is the final design. Like the circuits here, good. All these hoppers leading to and from are exactly what I want it to be, but just the end, like how I put stuff in and how I take stuff out and transfer back to like that system there. That's going to be a little different, but we'll have 2 of these. I think I don't know if they'll be side by side. I think we'll need to leave like 1 block gap between them, just so these circuits don't interfere with each other, which I don't think they should. It's what, 6 wide, so 12 wide, so we'll need 25 by 10 plus the whatever we choose to do for the transportation of them. So you go in here, we'll throw in all our bottles in here, and then it will just get kind of put into all these dispensers. But I think like to get it started, I will just fill all the dispensers manually just to make sure everything's full, and then I'll throw the extra bottles in here. And then on the other side, we're gonna have shears in all the dispensers to get the honeycombs. So, and then we'll also need to modify the area here for honeycomb. So as I'm building this up, I realized that I don't think this is gonna work. We can't have them facing right beside each other. I think we need a little divider between them. It's not because that when they're out of their hives and they're actually everything's all set up, it won't work, but because the placing of the beehives will be a little hard. So what we need to do, you'll see in a bit, I'll show you guys a little bit. So this will be where the beehive is. We need to put carpet down in front of the block where the beehive is. Then we put the beehives in there, and because the carpet, they won't come out. And then we need to quickly alter, like 1 by 1, we need to break the carpet and place a flower in front so that the bees will come out the right way. And I realize I can't do that if it's like this, because we'll have hoppers on both sides. So I think we need to have the top space like on that level in the middle free for me to be able to see through and place the carpets and the flowers in. So we're gonna extend this platform a little bit further, and that will fix it. So it won't be that big of a deal. I will just need to rebuild kind of like this one and then the one on the other side as well. So it's not that big of a problem. Now that all the modules are pretty much done, we can start filling. I think we should fill the dispensers with the bottles and the shears first. So let's fill the dispenser with the bottles and shears, And then we'll put the beehives and the flowers in, and then it'll be pretty much done. And then we'll just need to make these connect to each other basically, and then we'll have a dropper spitting them out, and then we'll all connect it all up into, I think, that hole right there. And that's the last of the bottles, and that's the last of the shears. And now we're ready to put in the beehives. And now let's grab some beehives. So they should, in theory, all have the same number of bees. Well, not in theory, but I'm pretty sure they should all have the same number of bees. And if I just throw them down like this, I think we should be good, I hope. So one module done, and now let's do the other. We have to make sure that slit is facing this way, which I think I have to try really hard to place them down in a way that it's not from this angle. So I think we're all good there. And that's the last one. So let's check out this. Yep, so it looks like some of them are already getting a signal, so we better hurry up and place these flowers down. Oh. Oops, come on. I don't want, oh no, I'm sorry. No! Guys, I just wanted to place some stuff down. Let's go to the bees on the other side then. Please just let me place a flower down in front of you. There's a lot of mini bees, but it's okay. I think the babies should be able to fly out. Oh my gosh. We're breeding so many bees that I did not want to be breeding. Oh no. This is a disaster. Can't get the flowers in because they keep staying there. Please let me put the flower in. No, please. It's going a little better now. They're calming down. Damn, I should have. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I did not use my brain right there. I should have waited until it's nighttime, and then this would have been so much better. Okay, well, you know what? It's done now. And these ones have no home, huh? I can't have extra bees here because it's just going to be so many entities that are just going to be slowing this area down a little, which is what happened to my area over there. So I'm just going to try to kill the extra ones. I mean, get rid of the extra ones. Get rid of sounds a lot better than kill. And it's all done now. So it was pretty smooth sailing for the most part. The only two hiccups we kind of had were the placing the flowers when the bees would start coming out and I started breeding them by accident, but that wasn't that big of a deal. It just meant we had a few extra bees, and it seems like they all came out okay, so this is good now. The other hiccup we had was this. So the item will get, so we have 4 dispensers over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, all in this line. So let's say this item got dispensed up, it would hit this thing and then come on through, and then this stream would kind of push it. But with these ones, it would push it and then they would come back down. But with those ones, they had momentum going this way. So they get pushed up and then get like flung out like that. But it wasn't a big issue here. It was an issue when we got here. So all the items coming through there would get flung up by this stream over here. And then would come up, hit this block and just land right here. And then because, or not this block, sorry, this block right here. It will hit this one right here and land right here, where we don't have any water, and we can't have water there because we don't want this source to go that way. We want it all to be streamlined. So I had to just encase it all in glass just to make sure they're not all jumping around like a bunch of dolphins. And then that got me on like a big rabbit hole of covering everything else up. But now the only thing I'm kind of worried about is this. As you can maybe tell, during night it's fine because that farm isn't producing anything, but during the day it is a lot of different items coming in here, and I'm afraid that once we add the slimes coming in and also the gunpowder, that this is just going to be a disaster. Right now it's fine. When we had all these other farms, because especially the wool farm produces 14 different items. And then these guys all produce a different item each. This one produces 2 different items. But then this one, it just started to kind of back up, but it wasn't that much. It was still very manageable. It's still coming through. It's just sometimes an item would sit up here for like 3-4 seconds or so. So what I'm thinking is, since this is the stream for the honey farm, we can just kind of bypass this section, not let it join the other items and just drop it straight in here, since all our items are here that are getting started from the stream anyways. All right, now that all cleaning up is done, let's check out how many bottles we have already. And I'm kidding. I already checked before saying that, but it's crazy. We're getting so many bottles and so many honeycombs already, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm noticing that this episode has been pretty farm heavy, and I apologize for that for anyone who's looking forward to more creative builds. I really don't have much to work on right now creatively. I know I can do a lot of terraforming up there, but like I mentioned, I want to kind of get all of this out of the way, especially since I am kind of running low on gunpowder. I think I have like one more shulker box of gunpowder. I used quite a bit of it to get all the sand for the glass bottles that I used for that. I still have about 5 or 6 unused shulker boxes of bottles. And what have we done so far? We've built the blaze farm with Brady. We built a small ice farm. We built the Supersmelter, and we built the honey farm now. And these 2 are left, the slime and the gunpowder. I think I'll build either both of those on stream / off camera, or maybe one of them. I love this. This is, I think, my favorite part of Minecraft is just building big crazy farms and seeing all the items flowing into the chests and barrels. And we're back to doing the outro here. I guess I just can't get away from this spot. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got quite a lot done today, and that's mainly because I had a lot of free time this week. I had a bit of stuff to deal with, so I took some time off from work, and I had some free time to work on all this stuff, so it's cool. Maybe it's noticeable that there's been a little more progress in this episode than the previous ones, but if not, that's good too. And I'm ending actually this episode a couple of days before to give myself some extra time to figure out editing. Some of you may have noticed that the quality just wasn't there in my last video. I'm working on a new editing software, and it's just a lot to figure out. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I can give myself these extra couple of days to really get it right, and then the next video should be in great quality. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you did. If you did, leave a thumbs up. That would be pretty cool. I know a lot of you have been giving a thumbs up to the videos, and that's really awesome. It just helps me see what kind of engagement we're getting, because I don't know how many of the views that I'm getting on the videos is just me repeatedly watching it, or what it is. But yeah, also leave a comment if you have any suggestions, again, with the tunnels here, with the colored glass, or anything else you might think of. I welcome any feedback, any suggestions you guys have. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.